Hey, Tom here, FlipAnythingUSA. So I thought tonight I'd talk a little bit about toll roads. I can talk about a few things actually, but toll roads particularly was what was kind of on my mind tonight. Yeah, I'm looking at buying some commercial centers and strip centers, primarily retail stuff right now. We can talk about the market too. Market's kind of settling in. I'll be doing another video on that here pretty soon. Kind of unprecedented times, with all this inflation that we've had. I've never seen inflation. I've been doing this 43 years, and I've never seen the inflation that we've had here in the last year and presently. It's just a killer. And so adjusting to it's a lot different. But I'm going to show you a property that I bought that, and you'll see the effect of toll roads. If you look, I got here on Google Earth, so these are all properties that I own or have owned at one time or another, things that I've purchased over the years. A pretty good string, mostly a lot of commercial, retail, residential, apartment buildings, industrial buildings. But I was going to talk about out here in this area, actually even further out. Yeah, and that's out here. So I'm going to show you, this is 50 acres, and you can see now it's covered with houses. In fact, it's fully developed. Let's take a look down at the ground real quick here. Oh, Google hasn't even mapped it yet from the street. So I guess I won't show you on the street. But hey, Isaac, good to see you in here, buddy. But this piece of property, look, when I bought this thing, I pretty much stole it. I got it for $205,000, I think $205,000, and it was worth about $1 million the day I bought it, and I did sell it later on for $2.85 million. So I made a couple $1 million on that property. I actually made about $2.5 million on that property. But what I wanted to talk about is the overpass and how that made a big difference to me. So let's get in here. Yeah. So see all these properties. Now you guys know. By the way, if you just got here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I've been investing in real estate for 43 years, made tens of millions of dollars. There's not a better way to make a fortune. And I have a mentorship. If you don't know about my mentorship, be sure to go to FlipAnythingUSA.com, check it out. See all the new millionaires, people that I've personally mentored that have become millionaires in real estate in just the last couple of years. And many that have just made tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands. It's all good. But anyhow, I'll be right back.
And listen, time is on a mission to eliminate all the snake oil and the fake gurus that fake y'all. He'll show you how to build an empire, starting with nothing but a desire. All you really need is a good mentor, not a used car bullshit. With time, you'll learn to crush it. Investing like Warren Buffett. With real estate, you cannot procrastinate. Everyone who hesitates is left at the starting gate. Hey, yo, so don't delay and join today. The mentorship and flip anything. USA, go.
All right. So look, I want to show you this, and this is pretty interesting. And really, this, I personally, as a taxpayer, get very frustrated when I see toll roads come in, and you see private investment come into an area and do exactly what your local government should do with these tax dollars. In fact, it's kind of interesting on this one, by the way. So look, this is a major thoroughfare, 183, right? I own a lot of property near this thoroughfare, and access is everything. You guys hear location. Well, it's true. I have all kinds of warehouses that are near freeways, and that's where it's important to have 5-lane streets at least, and different things like that for good truck access. Houses, of course, are good. But what I want to show you this is take a look now. This says 183A, 183A. The A designates that it's a toll road. Now look here, 183, no A. 183 here, no A. So 183 was a highway that took you out from my property and where I mainly live in Austin, and it would take you out to this area called Leander. Well, so it didn't used to be a 183A. It didn't used to be a toll road. It used to just be a simple highway. Now this highway, and I want to show you, because this is important for you to understand this, because these toll roads can make you and they can break you. So this is 183, and then this is another toll road going off this way, but I won't talk about that one right now. But the original 183, it came down here, and then it was over here. In other words, you'll see here, this is 183. This is called old 183, right along here. So the toll road, they made a deal where that when you're on the toll road, you actually have to opt off. You're going on the toll road. If you stay on that street, let's take a look here. I want to show you this. We'll get out on the road. So whoever lobbied whoever to get to force people straight onto a toll road. See, look up here. Toll road begins, right? And this is 45 East, goes off this way. But this one, in other words, last free exit, right? In other words, get off or you're going to pay. Now, believe me, I love the toll roads. It made me millions of dollars like that, and I'm going to explain how. So when this toll road was being developed, I wasn't even thinking too much about it at the time, but it's a fantastic freeway, a fantastic thoroughfare, no stoplights. It just kind of goes over everything, right? And so let's get back in the sky. And so what happens is, and let me get rid of this, is that now when you go down 183, like you saw, it said last free exit. So in other words, if you didn't get off right here, then this is these are the eyes of the toll coming up on you. So this says last free exit. I come up here, and as soon as you get by this thing's taking your picture, getting your license plate number, and you're now paying. Now, let's follow this road. Now, keep an eye that this is the old 183 right here. That's the old 183. This is the new 183A. So now as you go along, these stores over here used to be right on a nice highway. But now that highway has been bypassed basically by a much better, more efficient toll road right here. And so as soon as they put this in, this lost its traffic count. And it took a little while, but when people really started finally saying, you know what, this is a lot easier, this is a lot better, it's worth it. So then they start using this toll road, and now this stuff just starts to dwindle. It still has some value, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have near the value that it would have had if they just improved the highway here. Then they would have the benefit of it. So, and in my case, now take a look. See how this keeps going further away over here? Now here's the old one. Here's the new one. It's like if you ever watched the show Cars, right? The animated car. The Route 66 got bypassed by the big freeway, and then and it kind of turned into be like a place to get a gas and and get your car fixed if you broke down on the major freeway. But so that's what happens, and then of course all new commercial frontage, new buildings, this is a big lumber yard. All of a sudden, new life to an area that was dead and has a much better thoroughfare. And again, this thing starts to dwindle over here, the old 183. So now, in my case, this was fantastic because what happened was it used to take, with all the stoplights that you would hit along the way, going down old 183. See, here's the old 183. Look at all these. See all these intersections? There's no bridges over it. In other words, these are stoplights all along this highway that take you out here. And so as soon as they put in the toll road, I hopped on that thing, and it took me 15 minutes to get somewhere that it normally took an hour of stop and go traffic. So now by simply getting out here in 15 minutes, and now here's my property here, right? We would just take a left here, head up the road, and, bam, you're there in 15 minutes compared to an hour. Well, all of a sudden everybody wanted to build. All of a sudden, hey, you can, now you only leave, now what used to be an hour away is only 15 minutes away. And so my little property went up about $1.5 million, really about overnight. And so it was time to sell. And so, like I said, I paid $205,000 for this. I sold it for $2.850,000. And then, of course, I took that money and sunk it into, retail centers, industrial stuff, other stuff, and made more money. And which is what everybody should do, by the way. That's what everybody should do. Anyways, so now I showed you how this toll road, basically it took away from the businesses that were thriving on the old freeway, created a whole new, created a whole lot more prime real estate here. But just the fact that it brought people out here so much quicker, it just, and really, it goes on and on. Then it dies out about right here. But again, so, keep an eye out. When, if you can anticipate what's coming, you can make a ton of money. And I'll give you another example, by the way. I'll show you a property I bought 35 years ago. And this was an overpass. This is in California. So you can see this is it. This is the Avenue L overpass right there. This is a heavy aircraft area. Here's my 1.9 acres. This is what I had right here. This is my square right up here. But they had to take it, half of it. I made them buy, well, actually, I tried to make them buy all of it. It was a big lawsuit I had to deal with, but in the end, I prevailed as much as I could at the time, but I did pretty well. But this is, when you know where growth is coming, and see, the reason they put this overpass here, so I made money. I got this property for $64,000. I sold it for $294,000. It was called the Peripheral Loop, and you can see this one is an overpass with a lot of stuff around it, and then the other side of that loop, as they called it, is right here, and not much out there. It's kind of a little bit more out in the boondocks. Used to be nothing out here, but anyways, so just keep that in mind, that if you can kind of see where things are heading. If you can identify a toll road, where it's going to land, let me tell you, where it's going to land, it's just like utilities, and then looking for sewer, looking for water, looking for electric, everything that's convenient to it. These are big deals on land. I made a lot of money on land out in this whole area out here. I bought properties out in the out in the middle of nowhere, or stuff that other people otherwise weren't really looking at. And made a fortune. I made, this is back in 1980. 89. It was the last property I bought at 10% interest. And I was paying 10% interest back then, by the way. So, don't be discouraged with these high rates, because right now everything adjusts. Everything settles in. It's just people got to settle into these higher rates. Yeah, there's stuff that's going to go back to the bank, and, people aren't going to be able to refi and make their payments with the higher rates. That's going to happen. It is happening right now. Values are going to adjust down, and also people are going to start making more. Wages go up too. It settles, right? It's not all. It doesn't all come out of the. It doesn't come all out of properties crashing. Also, inflation, right? Everything's gone up. People's wages have gone up. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Anything? Don't have much for crowd here tonight, but anyways, this is if like I say, if you can. See what's coming, you can make a lot of money, and it doesn't matter if you're out in California or if you're out in Texas. I made my first $1 million in California, in a little crappy town, and people think, there's not enough going on out here. Listen, if you're in a small town, you don't have much competition. You can kill it out there, so don't think for a second you can't. Anyways, hey, be sure to get my book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. If you are interested in making money, being mentored by somebody that's actually done it, look here, look no further, go to FlipAnythingUSA.com. You can go right here and you can get into, go to FlipAnythingUSA.com. You can get into the webinar right there. Just click on that. Very, very small form to fill out. Also, get in here for the mentorship. Look at the mentorship. Sign up there. You'll see a lot of people who have made money in there. And there's, people who've been in the class now for a couple of years. A few years, actually. Some have only been about 3 years that I've been mentoring. And I tell people I got more success than people that have been doing it for 20 years. So, anyways, last thing, of course, get the book. Go to book, and there you can get. And this book could be worth $1 million to you. It's actually made many millionaires now. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and look forward to seeing you all soon. You want to learn how to make millions of dollars in real estate? I've made tens of millions over my lifetime, and I'm showing people how to do it. Get in my free webinar. I have it every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. Go to the link below, FlipAnythingUSA.com/webinar. Sign up for it. You can talk to me face-to-face if you want. Don't waste any time. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. You don't want to miss my channel. I've been doing it for years.